Hi, Bob and Marjorie. Here I am coming to you from beautiful downtown Seattle at the Hyatt Hotel on Olive and 8th Street. I've been attending the WOCN annual education conference, so I have all these excess supplies, and I just feel like I want to show you some things, and so that's what I'm going to do. I've collected some things out of all the free samples that they're giving away at the conference, and the people at the Convatec booth were nice enough to give me this beautiful stoma, which I tied on with some stuff that I got from the Johnson & Johnson booth. So, first of all, I'm going to show you how, let's start at the very beginning. Measuring the stoma for cutting out an appliance, none of these actually fit very well. So the 1 1/4 one, if I cut it just a little bit larger than that, that would work. And the wafer that I have, that I got for free, doesn't work at all with this stoma, but that's the way it is. So if I had a cut to fit appliance, I would take this hole and I would draw a circle using it as a stencil, and then I would cut it out just a hair larger because of the size of the stoma. The wafer should be 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch larger than the stoma all the way around. So, and if you have any skin irritation, if you have any red weeping skin around the stoma, cover that with the wafer. Don't cut it bigger so that that's not covered. You want to cover that with the wafer because that is healing. And if you don't cover it, you just make it worse because the effluent, or what comes out of the ileostomy, will just keep making it worse. So, okay, here are my supplies. I have this wafer. I have my pouch that goes with it. I have some stoma paste, and I have an e-conceal. And an e-conceal is this, which is all looking backwards to you, but it's Econ, and it's a product of the Convatec company. And I use these a lot when I'm working as an ostomy nurse. Also, and you're getting ready, you should try to change your appliance at a time when your ileostomy is less likely to be active. So if you've been paying it, don't do it right after you eat or drink something, because that will stimulate it to be active. And you need to wash around it, but only with water. I'm going to never use baby wipes. Don't use soap and water unless you're doing this in the shower. You know, you can take your appliance off and hop in the shower and wash really well, but you got to really rinse well because you don't want any soap residue left on there. So the best thing to do is just wash with water. I'm going to send you some free samples of some wipes that are specifically for cleaning around stomas. And those are probably okay. Even those I have trouble trusting, though. I don't like to have anything on there but water. So you've cleaned with water. You might have some barrier stuff that you want to put on there. If you do have any raw red skin, there's a way to treat that. I don't know if you do or not, so I'm not going to go into it, but that's not so difficult to fix and heal. As with an ileostomy, though, they're more of a pain in the neck because they're runny and they leak easier. And when they do leak, with a colostomy, the enzymes that are in it have been reabsorbed by the colon, so by the time anything comes out, there's not much in the way of enzymes in there. But with an ileostomy, nothing's been reabsorbed by the colon, and so all those enzymes just get dumped right out into the bag, and if your bag leaks, they go on your skin, and they are for breaking down protein, and guess what your skin is made out of? So with an ileostomy, your skin can break down really fast. but it also heals fast if you treat it correctly. So I'm going to take my wafer and I'm going to pull this part off so that the sticky is there. And then I'm going to take a hunk of this Ekin ring. This is, it's like putty, caulking, people have called it different things. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll that out into sort of a worm. So see, I'm rolling it out. I don't know how good this video is going to be, you guys. I'm rolling it out. I want it to be long enough to go all the way around the hole on the wafer. Let's see how we're doing. Almost got enough. So it doesn't have to be real thick, but it needs to go all the way around the hole. So then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on the wafer. Let's see where I got to get that so you can see. And you can even kind of lean in towards the stoma with it, you see. So I'm putting that on there. Going all the way around. And I made it too long, so I'll just break off that little piece and save it because you can use the rest of that. And then I'm going to take and sort of make it so that I'm going to squish it down a little bit all the way around so that it sort of just melds right into the wafer. I'm trying to get it so you can see that, what I'm doing. I'm just pushing down the edge of it there on the wafer side. See that? And the other side's sticky too, so it's kind of weird. Okay, so I went all the way around like that. And I just push it towards where the stoma is. You see, you can see it. It's on this side. But if this is on the stoma, that doesn't hurt anything. If it touches or it's on there, that's okay. Alright, so I got that done. And now I'm going to put it on. Right? I'm going to put it on. And it's obviously too big. You wouldn't want yours to be cut like this. And I'm going to take and I'm going to squish down that Ekin stuff all the way around like this and make a really good seal. Okay. So there you got it. All sealed down there. And then I'm going to take this stoma paste, let me get closer, and I'm going to, I used to never use stoma paste on the outside. I always put it like where I just put this Ekin, but I learned this from a patient, and it always seems to work really well. So that's on good. Now I'm going to take this paste, and I'm going to fill in any gap. I'm just going to go all the way around. This can get all over the stoma. That doesn't hurt a thing. All the way around here like this. So now, that's the first line of defense. For anything to get under there, the first thing, and the paste does wash away, that's for sure. But the first thing that has to go is the paste before anything can get under there. Okay, now I'm going to take off the rest of this stuff that they put on here. This papers. Yeah. And put that down nicely. And I want to tell you, don't go adding tape or anything like that to the outside because you think you're going to make the bag last longer. If it's leaking, or it's out under here. Are you seeing this? Let's see. If it's leaking or it's getting out into where the tape is at all, change it. Because that means that that effluent is on your skin. So you got to get it off of there. Now, I'll put the bag on, which is the hard part as far as I'm concerned. There are some, there. Well, that's not too bad. There are some where you can put your fingers under there and squeeze together instead of squishing on your abdomen like this. Okay, so there it is, all ready to go. And this is a Velcro kind, so when you do the Velcro, 1, 2, 3, and I start in the middle and push out like this so that I know that it's really secure. Okay, let's move back a little bit. There. Now, when you're emptying this, you open it, you sit back on the toilet as far as you can, and you get it opened up, and then you empty it, right? And before you put it all back together, though, get a hunk of toilet paper and clean in there, okay? Because as long as everything is in the bag, then there isn't any odor because they're odor-proof bags. But if you got goo on the outside of the bag, then there will be odor. If you have the kind of bag that has a clamp, you can, when you're going to empty it, hold it up and then turtleneck it back so that it's like folded back, and then empty it, and then clean that off with the toilet paper, and then put the clip back, and then unfold it and put the clip back on. But this one's a Velcro one that I got from those nice Convatec people. Okay, so if you're changing, let me talk to you, haha. If you're changing the pouch several times a day now, your first goal should be to go for 24 hours. And if it's really a problem, stoma, at this point, sounds like it is because you're going to have surgery again, 24 hours might be the best you're going to do. But if this starts to work well for you, then maybe you can go longer. Maybe you could even avoid surgery if it works. Another thing is, I haven't seen you, I don't know where your leakage is happening, but if you're having leaks at the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock positions, try getting an ostomy belt and wearing that, because that puts a little bit more pressure right at those spots. What else? I don't know what else. Oh, I know. Another thing is, if your effluent is really runny, I'm going to send these with you. I grabbed a whole bunch of samples of it at the conference, but this is some stuff that gels, and it comes in these little packets. I got two kinds. I have this kind, and then I have these kind. So there's two different kinds, but either one of them, they work just the same. After you empty the pouch, after you've emptied it and you've cleaned the end of it, and don't go, oh, that's another thing. Don't feel like you need to be shooting water in there with a squirt bottle or anything like that. These are bags that are odor-proof. They're made to have stool in them. Your stoma is made out of your intestine. It's made to have stool on it. So how come I can't get this open? So just do what I showed you. Just empty it, clean the end, and put it back together. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Plus, if you're washing it out with water, then you're more likely to cause leaks because water is running. Okay, so here's the gelling agent, and I'm just going to throw it in the bag, the whole thing like that, and it breaks down in the bag, and it causes the effluent to gel up so it doesn't slosh, and it doesn't cause leakage as easily. Okay? And you got that, what I said about, a lot of times they'll get, people will use a Perry bottle and feel like they got to empty it and then squirt water in there and empty it, and it's not necessary to do that. They're odor-proof bags, and your stoma was made to have stool on it. So if there's anything left in there, it won't hurt anything as long as the end is clean, like I showed you. You got to clean the end. And if everything's in the bag, there's no odor. And you guys are changing the bags often anyway, so there's really not any point in doing that cleaning with water thing. Okay? What else? Anything else? And you know, you can either take it off before you get in the shower and clean that way, or you can leave it on and get in the shower. Doesn't matter. And I don't know what else to say except that when I heard Bob on the phone last week, I thought he sounded really great. You sounded good, Bob. And so you sound like you're getting stronger. And I see you sent emails back and forth with people today. So I know that they value your input. And not to mention the fact that we really miss you guys. So that's it. And my phone number is 907-617-4232 if you have questions. Especially call me if there is skin breakdown around the stoma so I can tell you what to do with that. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.